Hello everyone, hello friends, happy greetings to you all over the world, wherever you are. Thanks for joining our weekend wellness segment. And I'm Jennifer from Personal Power Life Coaching, and thanks for joining the show today. So in today's wellness segment on this weekend, I have just come in from rollerblading outside. I had a nice 1-hour session. And now I want to create a juice that is incorporating ginger root and turmeric root as the main focus. And I'm also adding some greens like cilantro and green onion. And I may add a fruit, either orange or apple at the end, or sweet potato, depending on the amount that we yield with just the root and the green, because my focus and intention here is to make use of the greens that we've got here, which is not so much. So this is my way of using what I have left from my cilantro batch, and I'm also adding some green onion because it was there in the fridge. So, and what specifically I'm doing is I'm taking the pieces that are a little bit more wilted and I'm going to put them in the juice because I wouldn't eat them necessarily. So I think juicing it, we extract the maximum nutrient value and you're not wasting the food, because sometimes we buy produce and we're unable to eat all of it in one go. So this is what we've got, and here we are. I'm just gonna set you up here so you can see what we're working with, and hopefully it will be balanced and you can just see the whole juicing process together. So let's go ahead and do that right now. And actually what I'll do is I'll flip us over so we can, nope, that's better like that. So as we have some adjustments, there we are. Hey everyone joining. So we've got our wellness juice. Welcome to all tuning in. We're making a fresh juice right now, ginger turmeric shot. And it is also including we've got some cilantro and some green onion and some ginger root, which is this is like the king and the queen of the juice, right? We've got the king and the queen right there. These are the main pieces. And this is the root itself. And I have loads of ideas on how you can use ginger and turmeric in your tea, in your water, so that you can reduce bodily pain, bodily inflammation. If anyone in your family or you yourself have arthritis or you have symptoms of the pain, then you can certainly be served and helped and benefited by ginger and turmeric specifically. My mother personally started juicing with ginger and turmeric, and she makes her juices every day, and I believe even twice a day now. She has her 12 ounces to 8 ounces of juice, homemade, every day. She also makes it the night before if she doesn't have time the following day if she's out on the road, because she's a school bus driver. So she prepares her juices as well. So that's what we've got. And that being said, I'm going to show you what we've got. So this is almost a cup of the greens, and it's a combination of green onion pieces. It's not a lot. And then we've got some cilantro, coriander root. So again, this is my way of using all the produce. Other than juicing it, what I do sometimes is I put it in my smoothies, and that way you blend it all up, you liquefy it, and then you just drink it all up during the week in your smoothie, so nothing goes to waste. And that's just a beautiful way to make the fullest use of all your produce, so that you're maximizing your money and you're also maximizing the nutrients that are entering your amazing, beautiful, divine body. So what I'm doing now is I'm weighing the greens. So come along and I shall show you what we've got. So these are the greens. So we've got 80 grams of greens. We're going to take this bunch and we're going to pop it in the in the juicer. And we're also going to take our ginger and turmeric and we're going to give it a washing. So I already scrubbed them prior to this, and this one is actually cleansed from the outside. The skin has been removed. So the ginger also. So just make sure you wash your produce if it doesn't come pre-washed, because of course when you get it from the supermarket it will have a little bit of dirt, which is natural, and actually some of it is beneficial. It's the probiotics, the little beneficial bacteria in the soil, which we actually are benefited by. They do serve us in our intestines and our organs, and so they help to promote more improved digestion. So this is why you don't need to scour and cleanse so intensely all your produce. And here what I'm doing is I'm just cutting up the ginger, and I like to cut up my produce even though I'm going to juice it, so the juicer takes care of extracting and breaking down the elements that I'm choosing to juice. But when you break your pieces down into smaller components and you feed them into the juicer, it just extracts even more. So I like to do that. And depending on the spout or the entrance of the juicer that you're using, you might need to just break it down, cut it into pieces if you have big pieces. Like if I was juicing this tomato, I would certainly need to cut it in a few pieces. So let's do that. So as you saw, I put in some of the elements of the greens, and now what we're going to do is I'm going to weigh the ginger and the turmeric. So I'm just walking you along what I would do if I wasn't on camera with you, because I want to maximize our time together so that I can add more value to you. So what we've got here is 110 grams or so of the roots, turmeric root and ginger root, freshly washed and chopped, so 110 grams. And we're going to feed that into the machine. So let's see what happens. Make sure your spout is closed if you're not going to be using the big receptive, the juice bin, because if you're yielding only a small amount, like if you're only going to produce maybe 300 or so milliliters, even 400, then you don't need to use necessarily this big container. But I do a lot because that's why it's there, right? So let's go ahead and get juicing. And so we've measured the ingredients. That way you can take away precise amounts, which may serve you. So the machine is on. Also, you can juice the roots of the onion if you wish, which I can certainly do. So let's go ahead and feed it into the machine. So technically, you do not want to put your hand in the feeding tube because that is dangerous. Now we're putting in the roots. I'm putting in the roots because they tend to be drier. And if you could see a little bit closer, the juice is accumulating. So I put in all of the roots. That's right. So this is what we've got. So that's how much juice was just in the roots, 100 ml. So 100 milliliters, that's right. And that equals maybe 4 ounces or so. Now let's finish by adding some of the greens. I have a couple more greens, and again, I'm using these not too good looking pieces because I'm not going to eat them, but they don't need to go to waste. Okay, you don't need to throw it out necessarily. You can if you want to, but you know, you're going to be extracting the nutrient value anyhow. So we're putting in cilantro. This is where it's coming out. That's the pulp. And see how nice and dry it is? Yeah, it's a good dryness actually. Because I've used centrifugal machines, which are very fast rotating. You're gonna juice very quickly, but you're also going to heat up the produce you're using, and you're also going to kill the enzymes, some of the enzymes. We don't know to what extent, but some of the enzymes will be denatured because of the heating process. So that's what we've got. And now I'm going to serve it up. So there we go. All right. Awesome. So you've got the juice there in the spout, and we've got about 100 ml. So I'm going to serve it up in a small, I don't have a shot glass per se, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to serve it up in a measuring cup. Why not? And then in this machine you can even do the reverse here to make sure you got everything into your juicer. So this is an all green and roots shot because it's not a big amount. So let's see what we got, and then we're gonna taste it. Ooh, wow, look at that. That is amazing. This color and the smell. Wow, look at that. It looks like a mustard, like a green mustard. There you are, there you are. All right, friends. So I'm going to now close the spout. Need to close the spout to avoid any spillage. Close your spout. We've got that amount. It looks like a good amount. We've got about, here we are. Look at that, it's almost half a cup. And now we're going to taste it. So we're going to taste the juice. And let's see what we've got. Wow, I think it's going to be quite powerful. I get the ginger a lot, the turmeric, the onion. It's certainly not a sweet juice, but it's medicine. This is medicine. Yeah, this is a shot. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna jazz it up. We're gonna make it fruitier. We're going to juice a green apple. All right, so that's the surprise. We're going to juice the apple because it has some more water, and it'll just counterbalance. So we've got the apple right there. So we got our shot. You've got your shot. It's good. I recommend it. Yeah, it's medicine. It's medicine. It's not for the faint of heart, but it's also not as bad as bitter gourd. If you saw my other video, I made a bitter gourd juice one day, and it was intense. I couldn't just drink it. That one is truly like, I think maybe 2 ounces or so maximum. And yeah, so this green apple is 204 grams. So let's wash up our friend here and wipe it down. Now when you're doing your juice using your juicer, you want to cut it, as I said, into pieces. And some juicers even suggest removing the center. So I'm removing just the top with the little stem from the tree, and I'm leaving the rest. I'm going to leave that and just cutting it into pieces. So it's about 200 grams of a green apple. And right now in my body, I feel the ginger and the turmeric like sort of not like heating up my tummy, my stomach. You know, ginger is very good for our stomach and digestion. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory. It's a powerful soother for cold and flu season to kill off pathogens and bacteria. And it's so beneficial for just reducing inflammation, helping our joints, and along with turmeric, which is prescribed in supplement form by physical therapists and doctors that treat ailments like arthritis and even fibromyalgia, those kinds of illnesses. They're prescribed. They prescribe curcumin turmeric in supplement form. So you can't go wrong with turmeric. And now we're going to, as I said, we're going to juice the green apple. So just the green apple to juice it in. Let's turn it on, and you will see the difference in the amount of juice that an apple can yield, because an apple is a lot more water content than the roots. The roots are tighter, they're more dense, they're more compact, they have less water, but they have just other molecules and other components that make them a healing food. So today we did herbs. We did from the allium family, which is the green onion. And again, this is our juice. We yielded about half a cup, as you saw. And that's it. And yeah, it's quite cool. It's quite cool, friends. I recommend it as medicine. It's our medicine today. Avoid going to the doctor. Avoid prescription pills. Avoid, paying the copay each time, which drains your resources too. And so let me show you the apple juice. Green apple juice. And it even has some of the color from the turmeric left over, because turmeric is extremely potent in the color. And if you get organic turmeric, it's truly powerful. So this is one green apple, which is about 150 ml, maybe 4 ounces, yeah? And now we're going to serve it up again. But what I'll do before we finish is I'm going to take some water. I don't usually add water to my celery juice, but I'm going to add just a dash of water to clean the pipe. Yeah? And now take a look at that. Okay. Here we are. So now we're going to serve it up. So switcheroo. Great. So we've got the machine rotating. And all right. Amazing. Wow. Look at that. That is just really nice. Okay, look at that color. Isn't that pretty? So this apple has clearly yielded a lot of nice juice. I'm just adding a little bit more. Again, don't necessarily need to add water to your juicing machine, and some would say don't do it because you're reducing the nutrient capacity. I do not add water for celery juice because I take that as an herbal medicine as well. But this one is a fun juice, and it's my juicer, and it's just all right. So there you go. Look at all that juice. I'm going to do the reverse gear to, again, extract even more, because when you juice ginger and turmeric, what happens is the denseness, the thickness of the fibers, they can jam up the grinder of your juicing machine. So look at that, almost 1 full cup. See? Isn't that beautiful? This is like a green apple juice. But look, the color is almost, it has a little bit of the ginger and turmeric, but you can see the yellow from the turmeric. Let's give it a taste. Cool. Well, that one certainly went down faster than the ginger and turmeric. So if you want to definitely have a delicious juice that's good for your digestion, that might even get your bowels going effectively and efficiently in a short amount of time, according to research, the apple is one of the preferred foods to juice and have on an empty stomach to get yourself going and flowing in the morning. So there you go. Now what I'll do is I will show you the inside of the machine. So this is the feeding tube. So you can check that out. As you can see, there are some remnants left over because, as I mentioned, the thickness of the fibers, the compactness of the ginger and the turmeric make it a bit jammed up in the rotator. So what I do is, switch off your machine. So what you're going to want to do, if you're going to be juicing ginger and turmeric consistently, you will want to just clean the tube inside and clean the rotator. So then what you would do is you would clean your machine. You would need to remove this part here. Oops. So see what happens is that because, as I meant, like you have the ginger, the turmeric is accumulated here because it's dry. When you have more watery fruits and vegetables, mostly the veggies, you want to be juicing a lot of veggies, then it's going to get thick there. What I'm really happy about is that this little tube, the rotator, it doesn't have any yellow stains. The other day I made a turmeric juice and I never did it again. It was months ago because I had to soak it in a cleaning solution and then it just becomes more cumbersome. But look at this. Oh, that's awesome. So this is really simple to wash. I just douse it with water, but of course I also use the scrub most of the time. But if you're in a pinch and time is limited, you don't need to do like such a deep cleaning of your juicer if you're only juicing fruits and veggies, because they're water and sugar and it just washes out very easily. So that's what we've got. So the machine I'm using is the Cuvings juicer, and take a look at that. So this is the pulp, this is pulp. So again, if you're going to be doing multiple types of juices with different ingredients and you're starting with ginger and turmeric, then either, like what you could do is first juice the water-rich vegetable or fruit, and then you finish with ginger and turmeric because that's going to dry out the rotating tube mechanism. So that way you extract the maximum from the more watery fruits and veggies, and then at the end you have the denser compact ones, and then at the very end you can add again a water rich like an orange or celery, cucumber. Cucumber is the perfect high water rich vegetable, which is actually a fruit, but it's a green with low sugar and it's low calories. So if that's of your concern and you want to balance out your juice from having added fruit, then you can certainly make sure you include cucumber and or celery. Zucchini also has good, green squash, yellow squash also yield good water, and tomatoes as well. They definitely do. So that's what we've got. And that's been our juice creation. So without further ado, friends, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining. Today we did something very different from our traditional celery juice, and I do that from time to time. Don't be a slave to habit. Habits are there, they serve us. The good habits serve you, keep them going. But there is a quote from, I think it was Ralph Waldo Emerson or Thoreau, Henry David Thoreau, where it says a foolish habit or consistency without reflection, without thinking, just doing something from pure habit like a machine is more foolish than actually reflecting and contemplating on what you are doing in this moment, in this case, and in this situation. So don't be a slave to foolish consistency. Reflect on each moment as required, not overthinking it all the time, but as required, and use your intuition and your insight and your judgment based on what's good for you in that moment from your highest good and your highest self, and proceed accordingly. All right, so thank you for joining, and thank you to the universe. This is our weekend wellness juicing segment with our Cubings juicer. Thank you to divine ingredients like turmeric root, ginger root, and cilantro. I love coriander, which is actually good. If you have depression, it reduces and eliminates depression. If you have it every day in your diet, you want to have that herb in your diet every day or several times a week so that it can boost your brain functioning, reducing negative thoughts, and helping you to have a healthy digestion, a healthy liver, healthy intestines, a happy stomach, and awesome skin, an awesome body, feeling good in your bones, just, feeling good, no aches, no joint pains, no crackiness that is uncomfortable and painful. We want to feel good every day, right? We want to feel good as much as we can, and as long as we can take some steps in that direction and we're being a cooperative component, why not? Why not just do it? Okay, so just do it, just juice it, and lots of love to you. And happy holidays to everyone in advance, and happy New Year to all of us. Yeah, it's a bit soon, but it's gonna happen eventually. You're gonna start hearing Happy New Year before it's even the New Year. So you heard it from me. Happy New Year. I love you. Thank you for tuning in and for being connected through this medium. And see you soon. Love and blessings. I'm open to your questions if you'd like me to make any specific special topic videos. And if you work with me or you live in my neighborhood in Dubai, you see me, any questions, don't hesitate, come up and ask. And if you're overseas, send me a WhatsApp, send me a message if you're already in my network. I love you. Thanks for joining today's show. From Jennifer at Personal Power Wellness Life Coaching. You deserve the best. Bye.